So I was delighted to read the Father Christmas letters from 1926 and 1927, which recount the background to the Aurora Borealis, how the polar bear let off the tap that created this enormous explosion that made the Aurora Borealis go out for the next 3 years. So then Father Christmas had to work by the light of the great comet for doing his packing because the Aurora Borealis had stopped. This takes me back to when I went to see the exhibition of all the Father Christmas letters. This must have been about 1977, when I was about 13, and just marvelling over the original paintings that he had done for his children. And it reminds me how, for me, capturing some of the inner magic of Christmas is about being creative. It takes me back to when I was a child and I used to make advent calendars for my sister, and I remember them getting bigger and bigger each year. So the last one I made, I was using old Christmas cards to be the doors for each of the advent calendar, and so it was so huge it took about half the wall of my sister's bedroom, and I can't remember if she was delighted with them, but I thought they were really good. So my Christmas tradition that I want to share comes from a very different culture, because I lived in northeast Congo, where I ran a hospital for about 8 years. And in a way, the very lovely thing about that was there wasn't months and months of build up to Christmas. There were no shops full of presents. And so Christmas really came down to being Christmas Day and the night before. And then experiencing the magic of Christmas, it became even more moving. And one thing we used to do is we would go around the hospital singing songs, some carols, but usually it was like the Top of the Pops, the latest song that had come orally, had been passed on choir by choir. We would go around the hospital singing and dancing, and all the patients would start joining in, and the drums would come out. And there was an incredible excitement and delight and joy in doing that. And even though we had some very sick kids in the hospital, just seeing their faces, just being cheered by that was one of the best things that I remember about Christmases in Congo.